Yizzo, what's going on, guys? I didn't play my little politics intro there because um I keep getting these fucking copyright complaints. I don't understand why. Like if it's news clippings and stuff like that, you shouldn't get a copyright for that. It's the fucking news. So that and or news clips. I'm sorry, and even the song I use, which is from YouTube Studio, it's totally free. I keep getting a fucking copyright from that too. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like each show is like 5 or 6 copyright complaints. So I got to figure that all out. So I won't be playing a bunch of clips today either for that reason. So, you know, this one I mainly want to do just because I'm very, very excited and I'm very happy about what's going on right now. You know, so we could talk about it, we could have fun, and I know some of you guys are going to donate, right? I know that. I mean, it would be fucked up if you didn't, even if you don't agree with me. If you're being entertained, there is nobody to shout out. I mean, there's Dave, Jesse Roth, Michael Hensley, we love you too, Ronan 456, FGF Productions, and Albert the Truth Telling Alligator. It says there's 28 people, but they must not be in the chat. So I'll give it a minute or so, and we could get going. I was just in New York City. I was with some people, and I swear to God, bro, that city is wild. Like, there's a shooting right there. You know, there's just a bunch of stuff. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say, but I'm home, safe, and I'm ready to talk about these politics. 38 people. All right, we're getting up there. Yeah, I know, Michael Hensley. I know you're thrilled. I know you love my take on all this stuff. I do. Hey, I donate my 2 shekels. I hand out here and there, but I don't know if I'll make it through the week with my job. That's not good. What's wrong, bro? Oh, you mean just because of the type of job you have? If you donate anything, you might not make it through the week. Yeah, don't worry about it then. Don't worry about that. I never want you guys to donate your last fucking money. That's not. You know, my vote, Hunter 2024, cocaine and strippers. Sounds like a great idea. It does. Um, so let me start by saying this. It is wonderful what's happening right now. There's excitement. It's Obama 2.0. Yes, it is. Harris is kicking the living dog shit out of Trump. Waltz was literally, I know it's Walls. I say Waltz. I don't give a fuck. The best possible person she could have picked for a VP. The best possible person. It doesn't get better than him. I thought it was going to be Josh Shapiro. I hoped it was going to be Waltz because he's, you know, perfect. Perfect for this shit. JD Vance. JD Vance is a fraud. You know, I'm going to be bringing some facts to you guys soon about his real life story. It's all bullshit. The story he tells. He brings nothing to Trump. There's nothing that he's that he brings to the table. You know, and not a swing state, nothing. You know, so I know Trump has buyer's remorse. I know he does. JD Vance is the worst possible person somebody that he could have picked, that Trump could have picked for a VP. You know, did I say Vance? I'm sorry. Vance is the worst possible person Trump could have picked for a VP. Okay, Vance is dull, he's boring, and like I said, he brings nothing to the fucking table. He embarrasses himself regularly. He says crazy shit. The clip came back from 3 years ago about the crazy cat ladies. He got Jennifer Aniston going after him, Lady Gaga. You know, he says that people who have kids should get more votes. You know, but each kid should have a vote, in other words, but the parents should have control of it. This is crazy talk. Okay, this is crazy talk. I have my theories on why he's like that. He said things like the most sociopathic people are the ones without kids. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. So he's a disaster. You know, us as Trump haters, couldn't be happier about JD Vance being the VP pick. And we certainly couldn't be happier about Tim Walz being the fucking Kamala's VP pick. The guy he's everything. You know what I mean? The guy, he's got that rural background, growing up kind of in the sticks with no money, poverty, whatever. He joined the Army National Guard. I think he served for 24 years. He used his benefits from the military to go to school, became a teacher, was a teacher for 20 fucking years. You know, was a football coach. Did amazing things for his fucking state. Amazing things for his state. And look at the excitement. Did you see her rally yesterday? And I think she did one today in Wisconsin. Did you see it yesterday in Philly? The fucking thing. And now listen, I'm not one of these guys that thinks that a huge rally size correlates to votes. You know, or is representative of a large majority of people. You know, no, it's, you know, if you're a fan of a person, you're going to go to their rally. Now, usually you don't see that stuff with your average presidential election, but this isn't your average presidential election. This is Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. Okay. And she's got thousands of fucking people at her rallies. Her rally put Trump's to shame, attendance wise. See, Trump likes to say there's thousands of people outside who can't get in. It's not true. Okay. Not all, some of the rallies that might be, and a lot of the rallies are packed, but many of them aren't, and he'll still say it anyway. Like he just did one recently where they panned the camera around and there was empty seats everywhere, and he's on stage telling people that, you know, there's thousands of people online outside who can't get in. He just says that, you know. Not saying it's never true. I'm saying he said it a lot of times when it's not true. Okay. They are fucked. Trump and Vance, fucked. The whole Republican Party is fucked. All right. I'm going to tell you about some crazy shit during this show. And I'm also going to tell you how desperate the Republicans are, how badly they're reaching to try to find something to bash Kamala Harris about. They can't find anything. No, I left the hood in North Philly, the rich white people area, and I can't handle them. I'd rather be in the ghetto again. I hear you on that, bro. I feel like that quite often. That's why I spend most of my time in the ghetto. Just a Midwest dad. Yes. Cough, cough. I heard Trump's kids want advance. Yes. This is Trump, the guy who picks the best people and hires the best people. You know how he picked JD Vance? Don and Eric. They're friends with him. They wanted him to be the VP pick. He ignored all his advisors. He ignored all of them. And he picked his kid's friend. This is Donald Trump, the guy who hires the best people. Stupid ass. And now he's got this fucking train wreck that he's got to fucking sit on interviews. And when they ask him about, are they happy or is he happy with his VP pick? He says, listen, the VP doesn't really matter. You're voting for me. Don't worry about the VP pick, because he knows that motherfucker is hated and despised. And again, you want to talk about slimy politicians, guys? You want to talk about slimy politicians? You love talking about it when it comes to Democrats, right? This motherfucker hated Donald Trump. Go look up the clips. Hated him always. He said, I'm a never Trump guy. That's his famous line. I'm a never Trump guy. Okay. He said Trump is America's Hitler. He said Trump is an opioid. He fucking hates him. Okay. But he saw an opportunity for power. And all of a sudden, just like that, he said the words, I thought Trump was going to be a bad president. He was the greatest president in my lifetime. You weren't saying that shit during his presidency. No. You weren't saying that till recently. So as slimy as they could possibly get. That's him. Trump's another one. For years, we've been hearing about the electric cars. The motherfucker did this whole bizarre rant, and he does it at every rally. I think he stopped just recently about the electric boats and the batteries and the sharks and the electrocution, like the mental patient that he is. He fucking hates electric cars. All he does is bash electric cars and people who want them. Now, what does he say at every rally, at least for the last week or so? Well, I can't talk bad about electric cars anymore because Elon Musk endorsed me. What have I been telling you? He stands for nothing. Nothing. He takes billions of dollars from the fucking oil industry. Okay, so he stands up there and he bashes fucking electric vehicles because obviously electric vehicles are going to cost the oil industry more than they cost any other business, individuals, group, organization, industry, anything. Okay, it's going to cost the oil industry money, so they pay him off to go out there and talk shit about electric vehicles. They pay him off, right? And now Elon Musk endorsed them, and he's like, electric vehicles ain't bad, guys. Not bad at all. You know what I mean? It's like his sister said, he stands for nothing. Electric vehicles are fine now, guys. And he even has the balls to say that the reason he's saying that now is because Elon Musk endorsed them. He's not saying, oh, I was educated on the issue and I know a little more now than I knew then. No. A guy endorses me. I say whatever he wants me to say. They give me a bunch of money. I say whatever they want me to say, like the oil industry. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they want me to say. That's Trump. The guy who you say isn't a politician. Okay? Yeah. Oh, he's a politician. He's always been a politician. You just didn't realize it. You know what I mean? So there you go. Let me read some things here. I'm thrilled she picked Waltz. She did it because her own internals show Shapiro wouldn't help in PA. Bro, if you're a Trump supporter and you're glad she picked Waltz, I don't think you're paying attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? I don't. That's not true. That's not true. Okay, whatever you say, Joe Bag of Donuts. Whatever you say. Who performed yesterday? Did anybody perform? I don't think in Philly. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody did. You're talking about the one with Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo, whoever the fuck it was. No, Joe Bag of Donuts. What you don't understand is that Trump would be doing it too. He can't even play people's songs. They won't allow it. They don't want his songs being played at their fucking rallies. Bruce Springsteen and shit. You know what I mean? He got Kid Rock. That's where he gets Kid Rock, somebody nobody gives a fuck about. No, it's not that she needs them to do concerts for her. It's that they are willing to. They love her. Trump can't have that. He would if he could. So you could see everybody. That's what they do. They move the goalpost. They move the goalpost like Joe Bag of Donuts is doing. She can't get 1,000 people. Then she gets thousands of people. Oh, well, she wouldn't have had them if it wasn't for the musical acts. Okay, whatever you say, Joe Bag of Donuts, whatever you say. What do you say about the polls? What do you say about that? I'm sure there'll be some reason why that's bullshit too, right? Yeah, no. She's kicking his ass, and she's going to kick his ass in the fucking election. That's it. That's it, period. So, and as far as why she picked Vance over Shapiro, there's a lot of reasons. Waltz was just a better guy. He was. He's an older guy. He's more experienced. You know what I mean? He's got an amazing background in the military and being a school teacher. He's done incredible things for his fucking state. You know, it was easy to pick him over Shapiro. Easy. Philly people literally gathered together to watch a man eat a rotisserie chicken at Penn's Landing. So, okay, sure they will. No freaking eating that. Trump supporters probably don't even want. I'll tell you what. Check the attendance. Go look at the pictures between Trump's rally in Philly and Kamala's, and see what you tell me. Trump supporters probably don't even want to go to his rallies now. He just got shot at. I don't know. No, he still gets tons of people. There's no doubt about it. But it's just not. It's not the same. So I was listening to something before the show, and they were so right. They said, "Isn't it amazing to see this type of excitement over positivity, positive things?" Look at Kamala's fucking rally yesterday. Listen to her speak, and then listen to Tim Walz. It's all good. It's all positive. It's all policy ideas and things like that. The things that actually matter. To get that excitement at a fucking Trump rally, he's got to be talking about transgender people or fucking Mexicans, or he's got to be trashing somebody. He's got to be on full-blown attack to get that type of excitement. It's all negativity all the fucking time. Meanwhile, you will not hear him 5 minutes out of an hour or 2 hour long rally speak about policy. No, he talks about his ratings. He talks about, himself as a person, how fucking great he is, how rich him and his friends are. He talks about whatever he's being paid to talk about, electric vehicles. He goes into long, ridiculous rants about electric boats and sharks and electrocution. He talks about Hannibal Lecter and Al Capone. What he doesn't talk about is his plans. No, except other than to say, I'm going to close the border on day one. You know what I mean? What are his plans? What are his policies? What is he going to be doing if he wins the election and he's in office for the next 4 years? What's he going to be doing? We don't know because he don't tell you. He don't tell you. He don't know either. He freestyled this whole fucking presidency. You know what I mean? What's up, bro? Good to see you, Jason. Vance served in the Marines as a combat correspondent. He did. Yes, he did. Let me see. Did I read this one already? I might have put that up already. You loved Gotti and changed your mind, JK. All right, I don't know what you're. I don't know what. I don't know what you're comparing that to or whatever. I'm not sure. I don't know what you mean. But yeah. I didn't love Gotti. I didn't love Gotti. You sound like the trolls. I kind of admired the guy as a criminal. I love like my mother and my wife and my daughter, you know what I mean? And my stepkids and my brother, you know what I mean? John Gotti was just a criminal who I looked up to when I was a criminal, you know, and for a short time after. Is that right, Casey? I didn't know that. So that's what he did. Listen, I'm not going to knock the guy. He served. Kamala hated Biden. I don't remember that. You might be right. I don't remember anything like that. But it's possible. It's possible. Harris is benefiting from response bias. Remember the big Romney surge that wasn't? It's the same with Kamala. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. You watch. I don't think you guys understand. See, this is the thing. Like when people say that what was I going to say? I just had it. Oh, when people say things like, do you think Biden got 81 million votes? No, I think people voted. 81 million people voted against Trump. That's what happened. So you guys don't understand because the echo chamber you're in tells you that Trump is this great guy who everybody loves. The majority of the country hates his fucking guts, and so do the majority of registered voters. They hate his fucking guts. And they've already dealt with 4 years of his horse shit, and they watched him destroy the entire fucking economy. You know what I'm saying? They watched how he botched up COVID and everything else. He fucked everything up. He's a terrible president. He literally ranked the worst president in American history. Go look it up. By what? Out of 54, 154, I think, presidential scholars or some shit like that. Go look it up. Ranked the worst president in history. Now I know what you'll say. That's bias. Of course, anything that's bad about Trump is bias. I know. America wants somebody who isn't Trump. That's what they want. And Kamala isn't Trump. That's it. That's literally all that matters. That's all that matters. Now, if you guys want to knock that and say, oh, you don't even care who you're voting for, you're just voting against Trump, kind of like how Trump was a fucking revenge for Obama. You know what I mean? Same thing. You know, you guys will ignore all his, the horrible shit in his past and so many other things about, like I said, the horrible job he did as president and everything. You'll ignore that shit. You just want Trump in office. You want Trump in office because you hate the same things he hates. That's it. That's period. No offense to anybody in the chat, but if you have intelligence and you still like Trump, then it's because he hates something you hate. Because nobody would want him as president otherwise. He's horrible. He's horrible. He knows nothing. Kamala is going to fucking demolish him. And look, he already backed out of the debate. September 10th, ABC, Trump said anytime, anywhere, any place, which is redundant, but okay, that's what he said. It was actually any place, anytime, anywhere. I'll show you if you want the quote. Okay. He agreed to debate Biden on September 10th on ABC. On September 10th at ABC, he agreed, right? He dipped out now, and now he wants September 4th on Fox, and it's got to be there's got to be a crowd of people because he wants people to boo her and shout over her and stuff like that, and cheer for him anytime he says anything. He backed out. Tell me he didn't back out of the fucking debate. He backed out. He's scared to death. And Waltz and Vance, oh my Christ, all fucking mighty. Waltz is going to make mincemeat out of Vance. He's going to demolish him, destroy him. I am so excited. You guys could say that's what it is. You guys could say that's what it is. But bottom line is there's excitement around these two candidates, presumptive nominees, really. Okay. There's just excitement around them. People are happy. People got an alternative to Trump. A person who, quite honestly, was just way better than Trump in any area of life you want to talk about. Politics, personal life. She's just a better person. But then again, most people are better than Trump. He's a lowlife. So he's going to get the shit kicked out of him. Now, they have a plan for that. They have a plan for that. Trump said the other day in an interview, he told everybody, you know what, don't vote for me. I don't need your vote. I don't even need your vote. Don't worry about it. First, he said, you won't have to vote in 4 years. Just vote for me this time. And then we'll have it all fixed. Those were his words. Now he just recently said, you don't have to vote for me at all. Don't worry about it. And the guy, I keep forgetting the guy's name, the author of Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation guy, did a speech recently. And he said, we have this victory, tied up. We have it, locked in, and we have many, many more victories to come. We already have them in the bag. He said the other side just doesn't know it yet. What do you think that means? They're already planning to steal the election. They're going to do everything in their power. Everything. They got 70 election deniers on the board of electors. I believe it's the board of electors in different, positions all over the states, counties, townships, whatever it is. Okay. These people that need to certify the vote in order for the state to go to whoever won it. They're already in place. 70 of them across 3 swing states are in place, ready to refuse to certify. This way, Harris can't win those states. But there's fuck tons of lawyers already on it. 2 people tried that in the last election. They wouldn't certify the vote because Donald Trump himself called them and asked them to take back their vote, and they did. I think it was them. There was 2 of them. They got indicted. I'm not sure if it was those 2 that Trump called. So, but Trump did call a couple of them and ask them to take back their vote. And there was 2 somewhere along the line that got indicted. I'm not 100% on that story yet, but I know those 2 things are facts. Check it out. So that's what they're going to try this time. They're going to try to steal the election like they tried to steal it last time. That's what's coming. You watch, mark my words. It's already in motion. It's already in motion. They placed 70 election deniers in those positions. Okay. And, the Heritage Foundation leader, whatever the fuck his name is, the guy who authored it, is behind all this. And he's saying right out in the open, don't even worry about this victory. We got this victory already. Now I know what you're going to say. Oh, he just means that, it's just obvious that Trump's going to win. No, because he followed it up with, we got many more victories, I forget the exact words, locked in or tied up, something like that. The other side just doesn't know it yet. So, this is what they do. They cheat. When you guys claim the Democrats cheat, show me some good examples. Show me some examples of how Democrats have cheated in an election. And then I'll give you 10 or 15 about how Trump tried to steal the election in 2020. Isn't that every politician take money and flip-flop? Well, I'll tell you what, one thing I got an issue with, Casey. A lot of people, like I posted the thing about Trump making the $8 million. Again, they figure out a way to move the goalpost. I said that Trump made money off the presidency. They said, no, he didn't. I provided proof in a community post. Then they say, oh, it's okay. Every politician does it. Don't do that. Tell me who. Give me names, amounts, issues they've flip-flopped on, or money, what they've taken money for, how much they've taken, how it affected their policy. I want to know. Don't, I'm not saying you, Casey, because I get what you're saying, but these people who say, oh, they all do it. They all take money and they all blah, 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 blah. Who? Tell me who, how much, what they took it for. I want details. I could tell you that about Trump. So, of course they will. Of course they will. That's why people who keep talking about the fucking gas prices when Trump was president, they don't even realize the lowest gas prices were during COVID when he was president. They were low because of COVID. Nobody was driving. There was no demand for gas. You know what I mean? As COVID, as they got it more and more under control with the vaccines and everything else, gas prices rose. That's what happens. Plus, Trump stopped a lot of oil production because there was just way too much oil and not enough demand for it. People don't understand these things. Did he? Well, there you go. He ain't bringing large crowds. No freaking ZD now. OT the Real is not bringing large crowds. Megan Thee Stallion, yeah, not OT the Real. Queen sued him back in 2016. Did they? Yeah, they don't want him playing their fucking music. They don't want to be associated with this guy. They don't. Grammy award-winning and Billboard #1 charting band Bon Iver with Justin through a concert and Kamala showed up. Oh, that's what you're going to say? You're not going to say it's her rally and they performed for her. You're going to say they threw a concert and she showed up. Okay. All right. Whatever you need to tell yourself, Joe Bag of Donuts. Fucking, if Trump could, he would have fucking all types of musical acts playing. There was a video the other day. I have it somewhere. I got to show you guys. It was before a rally. There was about 20 people in there and Kid Rock was playing for them. It was hilarious. And it wasn't a sound check. He would have it too. He just can't. Nobody will perform for him. Do you remember? Was it his inauguration? He couldn't get any fucking anybody. Who did Biden have? Like Beyonce or somebody? And a bunch of other people. Lady Gaga. Wasn't it a bunch of people? Listen, these people hate him. They hate him. They're not going to perform for him. They're not. And Joe Bag of Donuts, let me just ask you. That rally was long yesterday. Long. Why didn't they start leaving after the musical acts performed? If they even performed. I guess you're saying they did. I don't know. I saw the rally. I didn't see any performances. That doesn't mean they didn't take place. I just didn't see them. I watched the whole rally. Why weren't people leaving? They were just there for the music, right? According to you, Joe Bag of Donuts. Why were they there waving the fucking signs the whole time for Waltz and fucking Kamala? Why were they so fucking thrilled? They were just there for the music, according to you. See, this is what you guys do. The spin machine constantly. It's the Fox propaganda network. You guys listen to that shit. You spin everything. But you can't. It is what it is. It's a fucking movement now. That's it. And they're demolishing Trump. And he's all fucking panicked about it. So all the Republicans. It's what's happening. And it's a great, beautiful, wonderful thing. Waltz is perfect for the ticket. Perfect. He's going to help some undecided on the fence voters turn over to Democrats. No question about it. For sure. I disagree on so many levels, but bro, I love to hear your passion. My vote is with the ish talking fella this time. He is a crap talker. I got you, bro. That's all good, man. I appreciate that. Even though you don't agree with me, you'll listen and stuff and you're entertained by it. Yeah. I don't care. Listen, people are voting for Trump. That's fine. I'm not going to attack anybody for voting for Trump. I just tell you my opinion on it. You know what I mean? That's all. And I tell you facts because a lot of people don't know a lot of this stuff. No freaking ZD now. You ain't kidding. The sugar high will crash down to earth after the convention. She has a lead of 1.5 in the RCP, not nearly enough. Even if these new polls are accurate, it's an easy electoral college win for Trump. We will see. We shall see, Joe Bag of Donuts. We shall see. I know that's what they're telling you. I know. I've heard it. I know. I've heard clips of Fox News. That's literally what they're saying, word for word, how you just put it. And they got to. They have to convince their fucking voters that this is just a passing thing. It'll die down. It's no big deal. It's kind of like how Trump talked about COVID. It'll just go away one day, like a miracle. No, it will not. No, it will not. You'll see. You will see. I remember when they were saying the same things about Biden. You know what I mean? All the polls showed Biden winning, or I mean Trump winning. All the polls, and Biden kicked the living shit out of him. You know, so I don't care about any of that bullshit. Even if you were to tell me about poll, whether she's ahead or not, I don't care about the polls. They just don't mean any fucking thing. You know what I mean? I don't care about the polls. Will I bring up that she's ahead? Sure, but does it really make that much of a difference? Listen, whatever sample size they use, it can never be completely fucking accurate. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know. So I don't care about that shit. Kamala did hate Biden, but she did tell him what he did wrong to her. She did tell him what. Oh, yeah. I don't. I'm sure I knew about it. I listen to politics 24 hours a day for like the last, I don't know, 15, 16 years. I don't remember all that. Do the troll army use names of some of your viewers? I know it's off topic, but I think they're trying me now. Yes, they do. Yeah. To get you pissed off at people in here. Yeah, don't fall for it. Nobody in here is going to say anything bad to you, bro. The Democrats are a machine, bro. Don't underestimate that crazy bitch. This is going to be close. Extremely, I think, probably, but I still think she's going to win. You know what I mean? I actually think she's going to spank him. We'll see. We'll see. Remember, she is not Trump. She's not Trump. It's all that matters. She's not Trump. And for that, she will win. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, here we are. When it is all said and done, both Trump or Biden and now Harris have and will vote 90% of the time identically. That said, just wish Trump and his criminal family just went away. I hate reality TV. Yeah, no shit. For real. Let me see what you said, though. When it's all said and done, both Trump or Biden and Harris and now Harris have and will vote 90%. What do you mean by that? I don't think I understand what you mean. Biden hated Harris and vice versa. She called him a racist during the debate in 2020 in front of a national audience, but was fine with him when he picked her. Yeah, well, there you go. I don't give a fuck. I just got to point out, because the Trump side will say that Trump and Vance are just all integrity all the time. They're damn near perfect people. They don't do anything wrong. They're not slimy politicians. So, okay, so now what we know is that Vance did the same thing Harris did. So that don't bother me, but it'll bother them. I guarantee it. It'll bother them. It will. Historians will look back during these times and wonder what the fuck people were thinking with Trump. I know. Oh, okay. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here, bro. Are we going to hold Waltz to MobTube standards regarding stolen valor? What does that mean? You're saying Waltz is stolen valor? Tell me how. That's exactly what it is. FBS, a vote for Harris is a vote against Trump. That's it. Period. People, with Biden, we knew that he couldn't win. Not after the debate and shit. You know what I mean? But in this case, you got somebody who can win, and she's going to. And Jason's right. Tim Waltz is going to bring all types of undecideds over to her side. You know what I mean? No doubt about it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. Yeah. I mean, what I just said that a bunch of times in a row. I hate that. Yeah. No question, bro. I reworded it. Of course, it's common hatred. Watch the rallies and see when those people cheer. See what they cheer for. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's a hate rally. That's every rally is a hate rally. Look at Hitler. It's so fucking similar. It's so similar. It really is. Not to mention he uses a lot of Hitler's language. I mean, things Hitler has said. Unbelievable. Of course. Lee Cole the third for president. Nah, nah, nah. The only thing Chris Trump is good with, he never drank or did drugs in his life. According to him. According to him. But there's a lot of people who have accused him of snorting coke and Adderall and shit. You know what I mean? He's constantly with the, you know what I mean? Like, I know I sniffle a lot, but I got a good fucking reason. You know why I do that a lot? I got a giant hole in my fucking nose from decades of using cocaine. Now, why does Trump do it? He does it constantly while he talks. Why? Chris, in my opinion, something felt fishy last election. Why did it take so long for all the votes to be calculated? This time there won't be so many mail-in ballots, and this will make a big difference. Well, listen, this is the thing, Citrullo. That's funny. Trump is an asshole. So he said constantly, over and over, many, many times, and so do all of his people. I went to bed and Trump was winning. I woke up and Biden was winning. Yeah, it's called counting. That's how you count. You know what I mean? You don't stop when there's a result you're looking for. Trump, this is exactly how it went, Citrullo. Trump and all his people were COVID deniers and every fucking thing else. Okay? They were going to those polls to vote no matter what. They were going to be at those locations to, cast their vote in person, no matter what. Many, many Democrats were on the more cautious side, voted by mail-in ballot. Plus, a lot of old people had the option to vote by mail-in ballot, disabled people, all that stuff. Okay? The numbers they tallied up first were those in-person votes. Okay? That's what they tallied first. So they even said before they did it, the night of the election, Trump is going to be in the lead because the Republicans are going to show up more than the Democrats to vote that very day. That's just how it's going to be. And that's what happened. So they were getting mail-in ballots in and they were counting them last. They counted them after the votes that came in on election day. And it took a while, of course. Millions of mail-in ballots, of course. So that's what it is. It's counting, How Trump literally said they should have stopped counting that night. That's not how it works. They don't say, oh, Trump won, let's stop counting, or let's stop counting at exactly this time. They don't do that. They got to count all the votes. That's how it works, So that's why. That's why. As simple as that. I wish there was an age limit for president, term limit on senators. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Me too. Me too. But I love how everything has been turned on them. All they talked about is Biden is the oldest presidential candidate in the history of America. He'll be the he's the oldest. He'll be the oldest president in the history of America. All that shit. Now it's Trump. Now he's the oldest. Oh shit! Don't you hate that, guys? When things just turn around on you like that? When your own insults and bullshit shots you take at people and stuff all of a sudden get turned on you. Ain't that a motherfucker? Trump lost nearly $1 billion in net worth as president. Listen, Trump's businesses, how they did and how he did, can be too. How do I put this? First of all, he never did what he was supposed to do. Okay, he was supposed to. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my God. He's supposed to separate himself. I forget the exact word from his companies. He never did that. He totally went against the emoluments clause. Okay, totally. His kids still ran his businesses, and he was involved himself. Okay. The facts are that the Trump family made billions of dollars off of his presidency. Billions. Look into it. Look at Jared Kushner and Ivanka. Look how much fucking money they made. Jared Kushner got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia. $2 billion. Trump took in fuck tons of money from foreign governments, from people, even to curry favor with him. The Chinese, they would come here and they'd rent fuck tons of rooms in his hotels. They had a million different ways of funneling money to him. He himself, Jesus Christ, at fucking Mar-a-Lago, they raised the rates of the rooms to charge the Secret Service for the rooms, the people that are there to protect his life. I know what you'll say. Oh, it's a business. Yeah, but it's Trump's business and it's his life they are protecting. Why were they not staying there for fucking free? If he cares so much about taxpayers' money, why did they raise the price of the rooms anytime the Secret Service had to stay there? Why? Specifically for the Secret Service. And it's not just that Trump was there. No. Okay, this is how he stole from the taxpayers every chance he got. He robbed them fucking blind. That shit about him giving his paycheck, who gives a fuck? He made a fuck ton more than that. That was just symbolic. Oh, look, I'm not taking a paycheck. It was symbolic. That's all it was. There's a ton of different ways that he made money and his family made money off of that presidency. He didn't lose shit, Joe Bag of Donuts. He didn't lose shit. Believe that. Whether it's in his accounts, in his calculated as part of his net worth, that's one thing. Okay, but you think the family made all that fucking money and it didn't go to him? None of it? And they used his presidency to do it, and he allowed it. He allowed it. He filled his administration with family members. Could you fucking imagine if Joe Biden would have done that? Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Divest. That's the word. He didn't divest, himself from his businesses. He didn't. He made a fuck ton of money. Joe Bag of Donuts, unless you're one of these people that really believes that Trump loves America, which you'd have to be a mental patient to believe that. You know that Trump cares about money first and foremost over anything, over his own family. That's why he got all this backlash, because the other night he said at a rally that, Corey Compertore's wife told him that the money doesn't replace Corey, and she misses Corey. He couldn't believe it. He said a lot of wives wouldn't have said that. No, most wives wouldn't have said that. Your wife wouldn't have said it. Your wife wouldn't have said it. She fucking hates you. You know what I mean? But he would trade a loved one for enough fucking money. He would. No question about it. That's who he is. So if you think he'd be trying this hard to get another 4 years, if he thought he was going to lose another $1 billion, you're out of your fucking mind. No way. No way. The whole reason he wants to be president is for the power and the money that comes from it. That's it. And for the fact that now he's got to keep his ass out of fucking prison. He's in so much fucking trouble, so much trouble. And all these cases that you guys think are going to go away because of the Supreme Court ruling, you're crazy. The lower courts, those judges have to decide whether something is an official act or not. Okay, and paying off a porn star and falsifying documents to cover it up, that's not an official act. That case isn't being overturned. I hate to tell you guys. He's a 34-time felon, period, for good now, just like me. It's just the way it is. There's a Joe Bag of Donuts. You realize how many different fucking ways he made money. Do you know that he just raised the membership fee again from $700,000 to $1 million for Mar-a-Lago? $1 million a year. $1 million a year. Now, before he ran for president, I believe it was $125,000. As soon as he got elected president, it became $250,000. And at the golf club in Jersey, Bedminster, I told you about that, selling basically appearances to people who have weddings. If they pay, I believe it was $250,000, something like that, or more for a wedding. Okay, Ivanka's trademarks, Jared Kushner, all the money he fucking made. Don Jr., Eric made a fucking fortune. And Trump took in $8 million from foreign governments into his business accounts. He absolutely fucking did. Period. There's no way around it. It happened. Look it up. Research it all you want. Okay? So, and by the way, Joe Bag of Donuts, if he lost $1 billion, you realize why that is, right? You do realize why that is, don't you? Trump started his campaign by saying Mexicans are rapists. He lost fuck tons of business. Okay? He even lost the Miss USA thing because of that shit. All right? So were people staying in his hotels less and all that shit? Of course. He's the most hated man on the entire planet. Of course. So if he lost $1 billion, that's why. It's not because he took that sacrifice deliberately because he wanted to help the country. If he lost $1 billion, that's why he lost it. He lost fuck tons of businesses. People that used to pay to, when he would license their name to them and stuff, they didn't want his fucking name being associated. Remember all those videos and pictures of people taking Trump off the buildings? Yeah, he lost a fuck ton of money. That's what happens when you run a campaign on hate. And you try to keep Muslims out of the country, and you call Mexicans rapists, and you fucking speak well of neo-Nazis and people like that. You know what I mean? He had dinner with a fucking neo-Nazi at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, these things are going to cost you business, even if you're Donald Trump, no doubt. But he didn't lose shit. Okay, that family made a fucking fortune. This is not true, Anthony Santoro. This is not true. You cannot vote if you're an illegal immigrant. You can't vote. It's impossible. This is just something that the right-wing media tells people so they have an excuse when they lose. They have an excuse when they lose. Oh, look at all the illegals that voted. That's what they'll say. Meanwhile, there's no proof of illegals voting. Show me proof of that happening on any type of widespread scale or any real serious instances of it. It's just not a thing that happens. Illegal immigrants can't vote. That's just how it works, And they also tell you that because they have to constantly put their base in fear. It's all fear mongering all the time. So they convince you that illegals are basically going to take this election from hardworking American citizens because they get to vote too. No, they don't. I told you, show me that any widespread incidents where that took place, or even on the individual basis. It's just not a thing that happens. It's not. Pelosi, an insider trading through her husband, became rich. Yeah, Pelosi isn't running for president, so it doesn't even matter, does it? I did a lot of jobs for Trump. I met him a lot of times. Did you? Yeah, Trump is very cheap. He tried to always not pay my boss, always trying to get prices lowered all the time, of course. Yep. Yeah, he's a fucking scumbag. Yeah, trying to get prices lowered, that's one thing, but he robbed people. That's what he did. He robbed people left and right. On the last show, I read all his businesses. What happened to all his businesses? He didn't pay anybody. He just dipped. He went out of business. Some of them he claimed bankruptcy. Some of them he just dipped, owing people hundreds of thousands of dollars, his own employees. He don't give a fuck. He don't care about anybody. Yeah, Kid Rock, J.R. Rubio. Yeah. That's the right's biggest celebrity. Kid Rock and Roseanne. That's who they have. Really, Tom Sheehy? Wow. Joe, you do realize those bands want to play for Kamala, not the other way around. Yeah. That's how it works, Listen, Joe, I won't say anything bad. Joe's a Trump supporter. This is how Trump supporters think. I have no idea if the speeches were first or after the concert. Okay, so now you're trying to figure out a way to say that they stayed because maybe the performances happened after. Well, why did you bring that to the chat if you don't know the details on it? Just out of curiosity. I guarantee you they took place first. The musical acts don't perform after. Maybe there will be one or two in some instances. I've never seen it, but no, they're gonna open the show. You know what I mean? They all do take money legally through campaign donations for one. I'm sorry, they all do take money legally through campaign donations. For one, Harris didn't get 150 million from small money donors. She did, Jane Creek. She got 200 million from small money donors. Look into it. She did. She did. And that's one thing. If you're talking about taking campaign donations, I mean, if you're saying as far as corporate, do they all do that? Yeah, Democrats do that too. Not on the same scale as Republicans. Or Republicans, you got to look at where the money's coming from. You know what I mean? The Republicans will get the money from the pharmaceutical industry, the private prison industry, the oil industry, shit like that. It's different. It's not the same. It's not the same. What both sides do is not the same. Let me see. FGF, what happened in the 80s to the company my dad worked for, Trump? Oh, wait. FGF, that happened in the 80s to the company my dad worked for. Trump was always short changing companies. You told me about that. I remember you telling me about that. Thank you, Michael A. That's what he did. He's a lowlife. He's a fucking con artist. Kennedy may pull it off. Yeah, we'll see. J.R. Rubio. What's my opinion on the 2016 elections, Clinton? I don't know what you mean as far as what's my what's your, you said option. I think you meant opinion. I would have rather Hillary won. And I'm no fan of Hillary Clinton. No, none. I will never defend Hillary Clinton. But the lesser of two evils will be Trump, no matter what. Let me see. Joe won the popular vote by about 4. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about 4%? What are you talking about exactly? Listen to your big brother here. I'm European. We know all too well about demagogues with bad haircuts. Yeah, I'm sure you do. He was cool to the workers, I have to say that, but I don't like him either. What he stands for. Yeah. They're not, Philly Bob. They're not. You could say that all politicians have some things in common, but they're not all the same. You know what I mean? They're not. We can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war is the only place where those weapons are at. Tim Waltz. Tim never saw combat stolen valor to advance a political agenda. Oh, you're really calling him stolen valor. Wow, Joe Bag of Donuts. You're really getting fed that Fox News propaganda, aren't you? So it's stolen valor if you served and you didn't see combat? That's stolen valor? I don't think you understand what stolen valor is, bro. You're just trying to minimize his military career. Joe Bag of Donuts, don't you see what you're doing? You're doing what they do. And no offense, Joe. You've been with me a long time, but you sound fucking stupid when you do it. What did Casey just say about fucking Vance's service? He's a fucking a press guy. I'm not minimizing his service. He served the country. But this is what you guys got to do. I'll tell you what else you're doing right now. The Harris thing with the fucking, she lies about who she is. Now, I watch TikTok sometimes and I saw a video. This is how stupid Trump supporters are. I saw a video of Kamala. She was on a show with some Indian woman. Okay. And the Indian woman said, I'm Indian and you are. And Kamala said Indian. And she said exactly. And they were talking about cooking. And the guy let the video play too long to make his point. At the end, Kamala said, you look exactly like one half of my family. There you go. She wasn't pretending to be just Indian. She said, you look like one half of my family, meaning the other half is black. And I commented, I said, they were saying, oh, look, she said she was Indian. I said, why in this particular circumstance she's in, where she's on some show cooking with some woman, Indian food, why would she say she was half black? It wasn't asked of her. She asked if she was Indian. Yeah, I'm Indian. Then she said, you look like half of my family, meaning that even right there, she was saying that only half of my family is Indian. You guys are reaching so fucking bad. You got nothing you could say about her but that horse shit. That's it. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. If she was at a black event and they said, "Are you black?" She would have said, "Yeah, I'm black." Because she's both. She's both. Just like this. Just like how, I love this fucking meme. Look, let me take the comment off the screen. Crazy Kamala is saying she's Indian, not black. This is a big deal. Stone cold phony. She uses everybody, including her racial identity. Donald, Kamala Harris is both black and Indian. You could be two things at once, kind of like how you are a rapist, both a rapist and a racist. Exactly. Let's see. My uncle knows Trump. He ran for mayor of Reno. Your uncle ran for mayor of Reno, Nevada a couple of times, but lost to the Democrat mayor. Gotcha. Yeah, my friend Greg knew him well. He told me all about him. We were in rehab. We going balls to the walls? Fucking right we are. The Dems are allowing illegals so they can get their future votes. Maybe not this election, but soon those illegals will be citizens that will vote for those who allowed them in. Oh, you're talking about America. You just described America. Steve Theophila, you just described America. Every ethnic group, basically, nationality, whatever. At one point in time, we were fucking illegal. We were immigrants, many of which were illegal. You know what I mean? Italians included. The way they treat Mexicans today, Italians were treated like that at one point. And so are every type of Hispanic and Latino, okay? And we got to get into black. All right? Same with Asian and every fucking thing else. Yeah, people come into this country. It's a melting pot. We have the Statue of Liberty that said, give us you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And then they become citizens. And then, yes, one day they can vote. It's called America. I'm sure a lot of those Latinos for Trump started out as illegals. You don't want them to vote, right? Because that wouldn't be right because they were illegals once. What's your point, Steve? What's your point? And by the way, the Democrats are not allowing illegals. Trump is allowing illegals. Trump is, Steve. Trump, for fuck's sake, Trump. I don't want to play this because I'm going to get a fucking copyright strike. But how many Republicans do you have to hear say this before you fucking believe it? Let me get the comment off the fucking screen. How many Republicans do you have to hear say this before you believe it?
Public. The problem is the Republicans, not the Democrats. We know how the Democrats are going to vote. It's too many of my Republican colleagues are unwilling to vote to secure the border.
First, there was an effort to make law, which requires you to deal with Democrats. And then our nominee for president didn't seem to want us to do anything at all. That took months.
Everybody who comes on this floor and says our border's broken, we should do something about it. You're absolutely right. And unfortunately, we didn't get there. President Trump opposed a Senate bill. We couldn't find a better way forward that would get 60 votes.
It was painful to be able to watch it. It got stirred up in all the presidential politics, and several of my colleagues started looking for ways. After President Trump said, don't fix anything during the presidential election. It's the single biggest issue during the election. Don't resolve this.
That's on Donald Trump, Senator. Not Democrats.
Right.
Donald Trump wants to run on the border as an election issue. So he threatened those Republicans. They couldn't get 60 votes because he told them, I'll fucking destroy you if you vote for this bill. Because if the border gets fixed, what am I going to run on against Biden? You know, guys, the guy who you think loves the country doesn't give a fuck about it. Go do some research. Some stuff they're talking about now about the Federal Reserve. He threatened people they better not lower the fucking interest rates during this election. He's trying to keep gas prices up. He's going out of his way to keep gas prices up because he wants the shit to run on. It's not just my opinion, guys. I'm not just saying it. Go research. Anything I say, just Google it. Is Trump trying to keep interest rates up? Is Trump trying to keep the price of gas high? Look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. I never want you guys to take my word for anything. I want you to look it up. That's why I always say that. So who's really letting the illegals into the country? Who? The Republicans wanted the deal. They wanted it. Mitch McConnell, of all people, Lindsey fucking Graham, they wanted it. The Democrats wanted it. Trump said nope. And he only said no because it could have cost him the election. That's how much he cares about the border and our country. That's how much. I'll be right back. I got to take a piss. And guys, please donate. Please donate. Please donate. I'd appreciate it very, very much. I'm getting nothing from you guys again for 4 or 5 days now. It's getting tough. Frank and Tom are supporting the whole fucking channel. I know people could donate because it'll be a dry spell and then somebody will do something like Jeff Nadeau will sing a song and all of a sudden the donations will pour in. So if you guys can donate, please do. You're watching the show. You're entertained. There's 82 of you here. You watched my show earlier. Some of you watch my addiction recovery show. People watch all day. Donate if you can. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. By the way, when I was looking at my clips, I'm gonna have to go back and probably edit these clips out. But you know what I keep saying about Melania hating him? Watch this.
But it was all over the place, and she was watching. I asked her that. I mean, I wasn't there. I was on the ground, and when the world started to, like, you could talk to people, I said, so what was your feeling? And she can't really even talk about it.
Traumatized.
Which is okay, because that means she likes me.
No, she
loves me.
That's good.
I mean, let's say she could talk about it freely. That wouldn't be, I'm not so sure which is better. But she either likes or loves me, and that's nice. But
Did you hear that? He's not even sure if his wife loves him. She doesn't. He knows she doesn't. Did you hear that? She either likes or loves me. I don't know. And that's good, I guess. That's what he says. And by the way, guys, the other thing with Kamala, Alex Majax, $20, give half to Harris. I will. Thank you, Alex Majax. Both sides make shit up and see what sticks. Well, give me an example of what the Democrats are. There is stuff. Just give me an example. I hate when people just say that. It's such a simple thing to defend one side. Both sides do it. But what do they do? What do they do? I'm curious. Tell me what they did. All right. Do you live in California? I live in Pennsylvania. The demand for oil now that will never go down, in my opinion, if we have people who drive less. Yeah, listen, there's something else here because this other thing they're trying to attack her with is Merry Christmas. Kamala wants people to stop this. They do this every fucking time. Every time in every election, the Democrat wants to cancel Christmas. We won't be allowed to say Merry Christmas. First of all, nobody in America can stop you from saying Merry fucking Christmas. Okay. You guys are nuts when you hear this shit and you believe it. Another thing is Kamala Harris herself says Merry Christmas. I could show you 3 or 4 different times. Okay. That she said it. Standing right next to her husband. They both say Merry Christmas. And they were pretty recent. I think the last time was last Christmas. Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha, bro. Or maybe you're talking to somebody else. I don't know. So anyway, this is not true. They took a clip of her when she was talking about the kids being separated from parents and being lost and all this stuff. They took a clip of her saying, that these kids aren't going to have a Merry Christmas. You shouldn't be saying Merry Christmas right now. Basically, until these kids are, reunited with parents, whatever. You shouldn't be saying Merry Christmas. These kids aren't going to have a Merry Christmas. She was very pissed off. That's what she said. So they used that clip and they take it out of context. All you hear her saying is that there shouldn't be no Merry Christmas. You shouldn't say Merry Christmas. It's not going to be a Merry Christmas. That's all you hear. You don't hear why she's saying it. Okay. But let me show you something about Christmas. Like, I wasn't super prepared. I wasn't even planning on doing a politics show today, so I didn't upload shit. But I do want to show you this, and then I'm going to get going, guys. This is despicable. A $120 fucking donation in an hour and 10 minutes. Fucking a shame. Really is. Hey, listen to this. Okay.
I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough.
I had to switch videos.
I don't say enough. I don't do enough. No. Where I am. They say
This unsuspecting man is about.
I don't say enough. I don't. They say I'm
Let me wait. I'll mute it till I get to the right video. I thought I had this fixed, but.
I know Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff?
There you go.
Decoration, but I need to do it, right?
This is Melania talking about Christmas.
Stuff that, who gives a about where I am. I'm working like a I know Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right? Yeah, but correct, 100%. You have no choice. And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, "Oh, what about the children that they were separated?" Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
So,
I know.
And by the way, Obama didn't do that. I can go over that with you right now if you want. But who gives a fuck about Christmas stuff? She says she's pissed off. She has to decorate the fucking Christmas tree. She's pissed off. Who gives a fuck about Christmas? Okay. Now let me, what was the other thing? Let me just get to this real quick and then I'll probably end the show. If not, I'll wait till next time. All right. This is a fact check thing. This is a claim, right? Claim President Donald Trump separated 1,900 children from their parents at the border, while President Barack Obama separated 89,000 children. AP's assessment, false. The Trump administration has acknowledged that at least 2,700 children were separated from their parents last year when a zero-tolerance policy was established in response to a massive increase in migrants arriving at the U.S.-Mexico border. The Obama administration did not have a similar policy. They did not. Let me see. At least 2,700 children, not 1,900, were split from their parents at the border last year under Trump before the before the policy was stopped by a federal judge on June 26, 2018, according to reporting by the Associated Press. In addition, a report released in February by you don't believe the source, they're taking it from this. A report released in February by the Health and Human Services Office of Inspector General found that thousands more children than previously thought might have been taken last year. Okay. Under the Obama administration, a minuscule number of children were removed from their parents, but only in rare cases, such as a parent being arrested on a drug charge. Former U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Protection Commissioner Gil Kurlowski said in a June 2018 Associated Press report. The false report about the number of children separated under Obama appears to stem from a 2016 Senate subcommittee report that found his administration oversaw the placement of over nearly 90,000 children who arrived at the border alone or without a legal guardian between October 2013 through 2015. Those children were placed with sponsors living in the U.S., typically a parent or legal guardian, according to the same report. Unaccompanied children were first placed in detention centers while they were processed into the U.S. during the Obama years, a practice some Democrats have decreed under Trump. This is part of the Associated Press's ongoing effort to fact-check misinformation that is shared widely. Okay, so that's that. I got something else on it too. If I can't find it now, like I said, I'll read it next time. I'm going to go back in time. The Trump administration announced a new rule on August 21st that would allow the U.S. government to detain immigrant families that illegally cross the border for longer periods of time than currently permitted. It's the latest attempt by the administration to deter illegal immigration. That rule would keep families detained together instead of being released pending a court date. Now listen to why they did this. And it avoids the issue of children being separated from their parents, which occurred in large numbers last year as a result of a Trump administration policy that referred 100% of illegal Southwest border crossings to the Department of Justice for prosecution. So that's why the new rule was set in place. Okay, so they wouldn't separate families because they got in trouble. Online, though, misinformation about such separation lingers. One deceptive social media post shared more than 120,000 times on Facebook erroneously claims that former President Barack Obama separated many more children than President Trump did. 1,900 children separated from parents at border, the text reads, next to a photo of Trump. Result media frenzy. Next to a photo of Obama, it reads 89,000 children separated from parents at border. Result silence. Okay. I get it. Yeah. Result media frenzy when it was said. Okay. That's what it says on the thing. Result silence. In other words, the people who are posting this on social media are saying that everybody's talking about Trump doing it. Nobody's talking about Biden. As we've written before, there were some separations under the Obama administration, but no blanket policy to prosecute parents and therefore separate them from their children. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Inspector General released a report in January noting that historically, such family separations were rare and occurred because of circumstances such as the parent's medical emergency or a determination that the parent was a threat to the child's safety. So in rare occurrences. But the report notes that changed as a result of the Trump administration's zero tolerance policy last spring. The Department of Homeland Security separated large numbers of alien families with adults being held in federal detention while their children were transferred to the care of the Office of Refugee Resettlement within the Department of Health and Human Services. Okay? The report also said the department had thus far identified 2,737 children in its care at the time who were separated from their parents. However, thousands of children may have been separated during an influx that began in 2017. Okay, and HHS has faced challenges in identifying separated children. Got it? Let me get to where it was. The government is under a court order to identify other children who had been separated, but either way, we know the total far surpasses the 1,900 figure used in the memes. There's actually worse. As for the number of children who were separated under Obama, there have been no official figures released, but as we said, the HHS Inspector General noted that such separations were rare. The 89,000 figure used in the meme is similar to previous claims that 90,000 children were separated under Obama. A number the Associated Press last year pointed out may have been incorrectly pulled from a 2016 Senate report. The report said that since the beginning of fiscal year 2014, the Obama administration had placed 90,000 unaccompanied children with sponsors in the U.S. Okay, it's all bullshit, in other words. Okay, Obama, it was a rare case that it happened. Like a parent had to be incarcerated or the parent was a threat to the safety. There was no blanket policy to separate children from their families with Obama. There just wasn't. Okay, so there you go. But I'm sure you won't believe that either, right? That's got to be bullshit too. I know. Because Trump says it is. All right. All right, that's it, guys. I'm gonna go. I made $20 on this show. Unfucking believable. I don't know what's going on, but here we are again. Thank you guys for everything. I guess. Thanks for watching. I guess. And I'll see you next time. I love you all. And until next time. Sorry, let me do it again. Until next time. Salute.